What's going on, sports card hobby family? Another day, another sports card video. We're talking about Justin Gamble. What is going on with him? And then I also saw this thing about dinosaur fossil cards that look a little bit sketch to me from Topps. So let's dive right in. Before I get started, huge shout out to Hake's Auctions, today's video sponsor. Their monstrous November auction starts today. Make sure to go down and check it out. All sorts of different collectibles. Yes, of course, the great sports card stuff, but they've also got action figures and comic books and political pins and all sorts of different things. Hake started in 1967. Their slogan, the first, the best. Definitely check out Hake's today. All right, I caught this first story on Twitter from Mario Alejandro, is the Twitter person. Allen and Ginter selling a T-Rex card with a dinosaur fossil, a real dinosaur fossil numbered to 3. Now, somebody recently paid $1,324. Now, granted, haven't checked to see if it actually got paid for, haven't seen all that. So maybe this was showbidded up. I have no idea. But that was a comp, I suppose. It was an auction that ended at $1,324 for one of these. But here's the catch. If you read the back, according to Mario, fossils may not be of the animal in question. So basically, like when you look at this, if I got a card that had T-Rex on it and a fossil, I would assume that that's a T-Rex fossil. Would we all not? Am I crazy? Am I crazy to think that that should be a T-Rex fossil? So this is kind of the equivalent of not associated with any player, game, or event. It's not associated with any particular dinosaur. It's just guaranteed to be a dinosaur fossil. Now, one thing that Mario had pointed out is you can actually go, he lists a site where you can get dinosaur fossils for $25. So then I'm asking myself, did Topps just go to one of these places and just get a boatload of these, these fossils and put it in a card? And that's part of the product. And it is creative. But when I couple this with the mass-produced jersey cards, in new Topps baseball, where it's actually clearly listed as it's the first mass-produced jersey, which essentially is just a Fanatics jersey out of Dick's Sporting Goods or Walmart or whatever, Fanatics.com, just taking some of their own product, cutting up a jersey, whatever, putting it into this baseball card. Hey, look, if people are going to buy this, smart by Michael Rubin to just use your resources. Hey, we already have a zillion jerseys in our warehouse. Let's take some of these and put them into our cards. Hell, if people will pay for this and buy this, then let's give the people what they want. And I guess that's my big question here. It just seems to me, and actually, you know what? This goes back to game-used jerseys. So a lot of people will say, like, why the hell is somebody paying 6 figures for a Michael Jordan card that's got an autograph or whatever, and a game-used jersey, when you can buy the autographed game-used jersey for a fraction of that price? Maybe it's $50,000 or $25,000 or whatever. No, you'll pay 6 figures for a piece of cardboard that's got a piece of the jersey inside of it. And this is kind of similar to me. It's like, man, it's just like, we'll just put anything in a card, people will buy it. Hell, if it's part of a card, people will pay for this. So it just begs the question, are we just going to see anything put into a card? And is this innovation? Is this what we would call innovation? We're putting kind of like cheap trinkets into cards, and then it's got a secondary market somehow? I don't know. Look, when I see something like this, if it's something for young people to get a hold of, if I was 11, 12 years old or something and I was opening packs and I got one of these, I'd be like, okay, this is pretty cool. But to actually think there's going to be like a huge secondary market for something like this, I don't see it. So for young people, kind of cool. But again, just given the cost of new product, I think that's what it really boils down to, is the actual cost of boxes these days. Hobby boxes and everything, even retail, is just getting more and more expensive. So I just thought that was very interesting. If it's got a T-Rex on the front of the card, I'm thinking that's a T-Rex fossil. Not that it might not be associated with this particular dinosaur. Anyway, we'll move on. Justin Gamble has been in the news lately. For those that don't know who this is, and granted, I've never met Justin. I've only watched a couple of his videos ever, but I get the gist of it. It's a vlog style show. It's a vlog style channel. Does a really good job as far as the cuts and the clips and all the editing and all that stuff. He has another channel where he has a large presence, couple 100,000 followers, another YouTube channel. And this one is one he did, I don't know when he started, maybe a year ago. I'm just going to guess here. Maybe a year, a little bit less. and he's built a following on YouTube, and specifically around cards and kind of show vlog stuff. So, and then he's also mixing in life, and he does partying and that sort of thing, and he mixes it all in. The one thing that sticks out, it's like he's automatically going to have haters, so to speak, or people that are going to kind of talk down on it, because he's flashy. Like he just posted, he was out for a few days here, didn't make a video. And on IG, he posted a picture of, a fancy sports car. He's even got crab legs in a picture, which actually hurt my feelings a little bit as a New Orleans Saints fan, and Jameis Winston on my roster. That actually triggered me a little bit, made me a little bit upset. Anyway, if you know, you know. But anyway, the guy's flashy. He's putting out there like, I'm a badass. Of course, it's going to draw attention to yourself, and you'll gain a following from it, and you also gain the haters or whatever because you're flashy. You're putting yourself out there. Well, where it kind of shifts out, it's like the eye of Sauron, as my buddy Neo likes to call it. The eye of Sauron will come down on you is when you have a hobby product that you decide that you're going to release, and if that hobby product is related to breaks or razzes or repacks, anything in that bucket. Now, with breaks, there's plenty of legitimate breaks. So let's we can kind of put breaks over here, but it's still in that gambling, that sports betting bucket, So, but the repack thing is a hot topic because yes, there are some good repack products out there. There's a few. I mean, I think that the Hit Parade I think David Adams runs it. They probably run a pretty decent repack product. The reason why repack products have gotten popular, in my opinion, is simply because the cost of hobby boxes, the cost of actual new product, as well as the cost of break spots to get into these products, and people just not getting much out of the break, and then just get kind of fed up with it. I'm sure a lot of them are like, well, hell, I just want some cool cards. The repack product, I might get back 50% of my money or 75% of my money, or maybe I will hit that big card and I do well on the repack, but at least I know I'm getting something out of this. I might buy into it, $100, $200, and I'm getting some cards out of it. I'm getting some value back, and there might be a huge hit. So there are a few. Brian Gray's been doing repacks. P Ryan Collection on IG does a repack. And I know actually, I've heard only good things about P Ryan Collection, but he's smart enough to know that, look, if he puts out some BS repack product, all eyeballs are going to be on him. There's going to be a huge pushback if he puts out some crap product. And that's something where I think Justin Gamble probably didn't realize the potential pushback of a repack product, because it is a hot topic. It's something, it's no different than, if you have a bad repack product, which to be honest, I don't know if he has a bad repack product. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Dan the Card Man did videos on this where he's really diving in, investigating it more. I'm coming with the high level stuff, but it's the same with breaks. If you are someone that starts a break and, a card dips or something, it's going to be all over the place. It's going to be on blowout forums. It's probably going to be on Sports Card Radio. It'll be on Dan the Card Man or AIH, because we don't want shady breakers or shady repacks or any of that stuff. So you're going to have all eyeballs on you. So anyway, Justin Gamble comes back here. He didn't put out a video for a few days, and then now on IG, he has come out with his comeback posts, and the haters going to hate and all of that stuff, which it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because it is kind of mixing kind of the Logan Paul influencer, flashy type stuff into the card market, which a lot of the collectors are made up of middle-aged old fogies like me, old geezers. We're out here, I'm 42. His target audience on his channel, if I had to look at his YouTube analytics, I would guess it's a huge bulk of it is between 18 and 25. My demographic for my channel, the majority of it is 35 to 55. And of course, we have folks that are older than 55. But 18 to 25 is a very small part of the people that watch this channel, because they can't. I'm a dad of 4. I'm 42 years old. A lot of people can't relate unless maybe they are 18 and 25 and they do have a child. They are a dad. They are a mom. Whatever. So I'm not going to be able to relate to that crowd that's hitting the club at 3 a.m. and driving the sports car and all that stuff. That's just not my vibe. Is that what the kids are saying these days? I have a daughter that's 20 and a son that's 18. So I pick up some of the lingo, but I'm not going to pretend like I'm with it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm on fleek. Did I use that right, Frank? You don't know. All right, friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.